Okay, my first article is by the Honorable Herbert B. Dixon. He's a Superior Court judge from the District of Columbia. And his article is written on the different types of technology that have been talked about being brought into courtrooms. And the first few things he discusses are video displays, such as projectors and TVs. And he says those are good pieces of technology to have in the courtrooms as far as showing video or anything else to the jurors. Another important thing and interesting thing that I saw was his discussion of the wireless monitoring of all technology in a courtroom and how it would have to be centrally monitored away from the jurors and also all from the same area to minimize the amount of people who have access to the technology in the courtroom. The last thing I wanted to touch on was the graph of information, and there's honestly not a lot of difference between the two different dates, November or June to November, and then the actual November date. Besides the attorneys and the judges learning how to use the technology, that was the biggest difference through that time. But the main thing at the bottom of the page says 93 of respondents in November thought the use of technology in the courtroom was right. And so I think that says that where we are now is a good spot. We haven't tried to move too fast or haven't been stuck in the past either with the technology in the courtrooms. Alright, the second article I found is over brain scanning, and it's a new technology that's being looked at now to be able to tell when you're lying based on images of your brain. And this it's only effective 70 to 90% of the time, which is why it won't be seen in a courtroom anytime soon right now. But one of the main future uses has been talked about as scanning witnesses to check out the credibility of what they're saying. And also, one of the larger problems with brain imaging is the small chance of psychopaths being able to their brain not working naturally is the same way as everyone else's, and that would give them an advantage almost in that situation because certain things in their brain don't happen that should happen in normal humans when lying or saying certain things. Okay, the third article I have is The Changing Face of Justice in a New Century, and it's by the Chief Supreme Court Justice of New Hampshire. And he just discusses technology as a whole and how it affects citizens and also the judges that use it. But the big thing he has to say is also about the cost of technology and how technology is the only thing it's making up half of our workforces now. It's what we strive to accomplish is better technology, and to have this in our courtrooms is not cheap. But he says that it can make up for natural indifferences in the courtroom, such as not having an attorney or state courts are also a very underfunded aspect of government. So finding technology being implemented into courts is a good thing, but also sadly more rare than it should be. Also, another good point I saw that he made was the line that says, if we were all in a courtroom today and were given a piece of paper and asked to design a new one, that we would all end up with different ideas of what a new and technological courtroom should look like, but also that we should use all of those and put them together to come up with one that works for everyone.